Hey man, how's it going? Were you a part any of what was called in earlier with?
Yeah, they're right down there next to 105 and everything. My
next
wife,
to 105?
Yeah.
Okay.
My wife is there.
Your wife's Macy?
Right, yes, Macy Helbin.
Okay.
Yes.
And she's there right now?
And Melanie, yeah.
And Melanie? Melanie?
I honestly don't know her last name.
Okay.
But
all right.
They were calling about harassing the kids and everything.
Okay. And did it start out over here, or did she like walk over there to see?
So this is all I heard. I was getting my tools and stuff from Sharon Motor and everything, and I come back. This was all happening. Well, then all of a sudden,
was this like over phone or something that this was all happening?
No, I guess from what I heard, the kids went to the park.
Okay.
And the guy.
Macy's kids.
Macy's and Melanie's.
Macy's, Melanie.
Because they hang out together and everything.
Okay.
And I guess the guy was yelling at the kids. I don't know the whole thing.
Okay.
But that's what I heard.
Okay.
Well, then some texts were exchanged because, of course, they wanted to ask the people what's going on.
Right.
And I guess threats to little kids were made to my kids and her kids.
Okay. And what was your name?
David.
David.
David Smith.
David Smith.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, they're just right on the street over there.
Okay. And what's your date of birth, real fast, too? 10/20/92.
93.
And David Smith?
Yes.
Okay.
So all of these screenshots are both of them.
You don't mind if I go through all these?
Go for it. That's him right there.
Stupid one. I remember my friends. Just so I can try and figure out what I'm going to do here today. What happened outside the house with them?
They were standing. Well, okay. So when the kids came and told me, and so I have a 14 and 12-year-old that can watch the rest of the younger. Yeah.
We're at there's 5 of them all together. There's 5 kids. I told them to go outside, you'll play. They asked to go to the park. I said yes, because there's 5 of them. That'd be okay. And they all come back
Real
saying...
quick, I'm going to go get bug spray, because yesterday we got
go for it. Go for it. Yeah, it's bad.
Please, come on over.
I actually may have a small one in my truck, too. I'm not sure, though. I'll check. Right, yeah.
I learned my lesson yesterday.
I should have learned my lesson with those freaking,
Sorry, who?
He could fuck them up and they could put hands on them.
This guy saying it to the kids?
Yes, Daniel.
And this happened at the park?
They're going towards the park.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Going towards the park.
Okay, so while they're walking down the road right here, this
They're riding
guy comes
bikes.
out and says he's going to what?
Mess them up.
Okay.
I mean, and there's David.
Okay.
hey, man.
Good, how are you? Just stressed out about it. You already know.
Threaten her too.
So all this in the dark is them.
Right. I spray my lips.
Is this Nicole or
Oh,
Daniel
no.
on this phone number? The 249. Who's that guy to them? Is he about to be an issue for us?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I guess would he be friends with them, or is he going to go over there to try and fight them?
So I thought.
I don't know.
I believe that.
The guy. Yeah, last night he had a no trespassing report, and he came up here. I took 3 pictures.
Hey man, I'm coming up behind you.
Of my cousin?
Yeah, the guy that you guys trespassed last night.
Okay.
He came right up here. I took 3 pictures of it. Their kids, they flipped us off, and they were saying "F you," and we told them that their friend already was trespassed last night, and I have all 3 pictures. He wasn't supposed to come on our property. He was right here and tried to get into our house. And you see the front, they busted our table and destroyed our front.
We were just trying to call for a ride.
We were trying to call for a ride to go to Albertsons and go to dinner.
Or Walmart.
Okay.
And it happened out of nowhere. We didn't do anything. We were just trying to get our money and go eat.
Okay. So what was there anything that you had texted anybody saying anything outlandish or anything that you might have said to the kids that would have been outlandish?
No. Her mom was upset. Their mom was upset and told their sons not to talk to us anymore. That's fine, because he was actually nice, helping us with the yard. Remember, he did the yard, and she invited us over there, and she did a drug deal right in front of us, and we didn't know she smoked marijuana, and we told her we don't do drugs like that, and stuff like that. It was marijuana, and so we decided not to hang around her because we don't do drugs. We didn't think she was like that either. But
And is that at their house down over there, or where are you? Okay.
Yeah, I was down over there. We didn't know she did marijuana. We knew she smoked cigarettes, but marijuana. And that was almost a couple days ago?
Yeah, like 3 days ago.
3 days ago? Yeah, so they were flipping us off and saying F you, and I said I wouldn't say that to us because
Right.
he had a no trespassing on us.
Okay.
Last night the no trespassing was put. All we could do was take pictures because with words it's nothing, so we took 3 pictures of him trying to break into the window, and then he tried to bang on the door real loud, and that guy that was just here, he was asking me if I was okay, and I said no, I'm not talking to you unless a police officer is present, because I didn't know what he was going to do. And we were just trying to go to Albertsons, go to Western Union, and go out to eat, and this happened out of nowhere.
I must say, being a completely blind observer here, how is it that you two find it common to be the problem with every neighbor in this community?
We aren't. But
it's amazing because 2 days in a row.
No, I talked to my probation officer today.
I'd love to have an opportunity to try and ask you something here to learn something. Because
you're accusing me of something I didn't do.
2 days in a row, you have issues with 5 different neighbors in this community.
They didn't have problems with us. We didn't do anything.
But this is a different set of neighbors, though. This isn't the same ones.
Yeah, all they did was surround them and add on to it. Because they started yelling and they started...
Let's get to the base root of the problem. What are you doing to upset
I just got done telling you. They added together. It started with 2 kids, and then all the adults were saying, F you, call me a sex offender. I've never been registered.
Why? What did you do to
I didn't do anything. I just got done telling you. I
didn't
didn't do anything. I talked to my
So out of the blue, they come to your house and start taking issue with you?
No, that's not what I'm saying. You're not listening to me.
You're not explaining anything.
Because you won't let me. You're accusing me.
Please, be very specific. How do people decide to come and talk to you?
I am very specific. Last night, there was an issue. There was a no trespassing.
Right.
And so the kids that were going to the park, they were saying F you, flipping us off, and I said I wouldn't do that because that guy already had a no trespassing. He said come over. They were asking us to come over there at the park, and we weren't dare going over there. We were trying to go to Albertsons to get something to eat.
You're still not saying how they decided to come and talk to you in the first place.
They weren't at first. Then they told the adults, 2 adults over there. Then it came up to like 7 adults.
Told them what? In order to come and talk to you.
I don't know what they told them.
You're sitting in your home, and these kids decided to say,
we
go
were
talk to this
outside.
guy?
We were outside waiting for the
You're
ride.
saying absolutely nothing. There is no reason that these people are coming over and talking to you.
He's not listening to me.
Again, what we're trying to get at the basis of
outside.
what we are trying to get the basis of, why are these kids coming by and then all of a sudden something happens. Let me finish. Something happens enough that they go back and tell mom and dad something's going on. So what is it that happened? Let us get your side.
Okay, perfect. Now we're getting somewhere. Why were you going to call the police? Why'd you?
Because they were flipping us off and saying F you, and they wanted to fight us at the park.
Why?
Because
we had an issue with their mom.
Their mom.
Okay, see, now we're getting somewhere.
Their mom, because their mom.
It was okay to flip us off.
Yeah, and their
say,
mom.
Fuck you.
And we went out because their kids did mowed our lawn the best they could.
Okay.
And then we saw her mom do a marijuana deal in front of this guy, and we didn't like it, so she automatically had a problem with us, and it's scary. And we're trying to move anyway, and his I guess is his wife or something like that, and they saw him last night just bring up all kinds of stuff. He had. That's why I wanted the slip, but he came over here. I had pictures. He was coming over here trespassing. He was supposed to leave us alone. We just wanted to go to dinner.
Hold on, rewind, because we got to get to why we got here. And you guys are there now. So there was an issue with their mom and dad.
Yes.
The kids are walking by.
Not
start
the dad,
flipping
just
you guys
mom.
off. Just mom.
Yes.
Kids are walking by and start flipping you off. You said you're sitting out front?
Yes.
Yeah, trying to find a ride to Walmart to get some
Walmart.
money and go eat dinner.
Where are you guys sitting at? Just right out here past the front of the house?
Right up there.
Right in the driveway.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay, so you're sitting out front, kids come walking by, flip you off, then what? What happens next?
Then after that, they took. Then there was two other people.
Well, no, I want to hear what you did too. So what happens next? Kids flip you off, then what do you do?
I told them that if you're gonna say F you and flip us off, then you need to do it in the camera, because I had this in another camera so we can picture it.
Okay.
Because all we have is a word.
Because nothing. Then what happens next?
That's it.
And then they leave and you leave. What happens next?
They left, and all of a sudden.
Okay, so the
adults.
kids leave and you guys are still sitting out front.
Yeah, and then all these adults start attacking us, calling us a sex offender. I've never been charged with a sex crime, and I'm not a sex offender. And then that guy that was trespassed came, he started charging, and he started banging on the window and said I was messing with his brother. I don't know who his brother is.
Okay, so the one that got trespassed yesterday starts banging on your window here.
Yes, in the door. He was trying to.
And that was tonight, or that was early this morning?
That was today.
No,
that was today.
Just now. That's why I called the police.
And I just saw him walking back down the other street when we were pulling up. So do you have? I heard you say when I was walking up here, you had a picture of him doing
Yes,
this?
I do.
Can I look at that just to see if he's on the property?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's why we took a picture.
Thank you. I should have slowed down. I should have slowed down.
I'm not mad at you. I'm trying to understand.
Well, we're just trying to figure out what's going on here. That's why we want.
My blood pressure started racing because I wasn't expecting it, and I should have been listening and calmed down. I'm sorry.
And I don't mean to come across strong, man, but yesterday my deputies here spent a long time talking to you guys, and things just. If I'm being fair, you guys weren't being very reasonable with the deputies yesterday, so I'm trying to make sure that we're getting all the facts out today, because at the end of the day, and I don't mean this to sound rude, your opinion is irrelevant when it comes to Wyoming state statute. So you telling me the very specifics as to where people are and what they're doing is what matters. I don't care about opinion or anything else, so thank you for getting to the substance of it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I'm not trying to be rude, but we just got to focus on it.
Yeah, he told me correct, and I was upset at the time because of what he was threatening. Here you go. Here you go. This is him. I got 3 pictures of him. So he was not supposed to be on our property.
So you came out of the house and got a picture?
No, we were already. No, we were already.
Oh, this is right here.
Yeah, and we had to run away from him because he just started coming. Yeah, and that was it.
Okay.
And
So do you have?
And I was.
Do you have like the info on there where you can look at the details for what time that was?
Yes, and tell you the truth, I was a little bit scared, so I ran the house.
That's fine.
I'm sorry, I should have
I appreciate
listened.
you doing that instead of trying to fight with him. man.
No, I don't. No, I don't want to fight. I have her.
Call you guys.
I want to marry her. I'm thinking about my dad. Brother just passed away. I'm going through enough.
Fair enough, man.
And I was a little scared. I'm not.
Now, in order to try and best serve you guys, we still have to figure out why is there so many issues with so many neighbors and you guys,
720.
right? We got to figure that out.
It's
Let me
Can we
say
look
real
at that
fast.
date and timestamp?
Yes, right here. And what it was is it started with the mom. So we thanked her son for mowing our lawn.
222, 720.
Mowing our lawn, and then as soon as we thanked, this guy came over and gave her he gave her marijuana, and we didn't know she smoked marijuana. They both gave marijuana to each other, and me and her decided we can't be around her because influences like that.
Okay.
Because at first I thought she was talking about going to Lake Dismay, being friends, but after the marijuana change, not just because I'm on probation, that stuff's I can't, like, that's drugs. I just can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Let's. I want to help you identify another underlying issue here, though. So I'm going to go back to what I said in the beginning.
can I sit down?
Please, yeah, you guys can relax.
Thank
completely.
you. I feel relaxed.
I want to go back to what I said in the beginning. You guys, as a couple, are you boyfriend girlfriend married?
8 years. Yeah.
8 years. Okay. As a couple, just in the last 2 days, we have had between you guys and others, where you guys are the common denominator for having an issue with 6 different people so far, just in the last 24 hours. And upon reading message conversations and things, you guys are very accusatory, very antagonistic toward people. You have every right to do that. It's freedom of speech, and people can block you just like we told you to do yesterday. That's fine.
Yeah, and we did block.
But hear me out.
Can I be fair? It was both ways, man.
But it is. But I understand that. But you're also the common denominator in doing it with a bunch of different people. So yes, it's both ways.
It was one person.
But hear me out. Do you know what a common denominator is?
Like the instigator?
The center of focus.
Yeah,
Does that make
it
sense?
sucks. I don't want to be the center of focus.
But you're making yourself the center of
well,
focus.
the mosquitoes can bite me. I just want to come outside.
Please let me try and talk here, just so I can try and help you guys
all
solve
this,
these problems.
All listen.
I'm not trying to talk over you, but we're also not going to keep coming out here because you guys want to pick fights with neighbors.
I wasn't picking fights with
you need to let me talk. You're messaging numerous different people saying that there's an issue here, issue there, you're drug dealing this, the homo conversation that was going on with the dude that got trespassed yesterday. Whatever the issue is, it's fine, guys, right? It's freedom of speech. I'm not going to tell you not to talk to people, but I am going to ask you not to talk to people.
I agree.
Because the more you're texting people, the more we're coming back over here because you guys are creating a situation where people are pissed off and now their kids are even coming over and flipping you off.
I agree.
You have every right to do whatever you want to do, freedom of speech, as long as you're not violating statute, right?
I agree, and yes, I did do some of that,
But Stephen, would you agree that if you just stopped texting people, we wouldn't even need to have this conversation?
No, but they threatened us and
but they didn't threaten you until you guys created an issue with what they're doing.
They did it first. I don't go around starting problems like that.
So just out of the blue, Stephen, somebody comes over and says, "Hey, I'd like to kick your ass."
It started with her because she called me a snitch, and so everybody else started calling me a snitch because I told about the marijuana.
Do you see what I'm saying? You're not even listening to what I'm saying. You just answered exactly what I just said. You were accused of being a snitch because you took it upon yourself to take issue with them and accuse them of doing whatever it is they did instead of calling us and saying, "I just saw a drug deal." Right?
I should have done that.
Do you see what I'm saying here? You just literally answered exactly what I'm trying to explain to you.
I'm sorry I didn't do that right.
It's okay. But you are the instigator for your own problems.
You're right.
You reaching out to people as a private citizen trying to act as landlord, police, threatening
No, I
people.
wasn't trying to do
But hear me
that.
out. Yesterday you're telling people I'm going to send you to jail for 5 to 10 years and it's a felony this way.
Because
there is no because, Stephen. I need to finish. There is no because.
Us.
There is no because. Do you know who to call when people threaten you?
The police.
Instead of messaging the person and elevating the issue, right?
Yeah, but I felt threatened. I'm sorry I did that.
I understand, but feeling threatened.
But again, just from that though, of yeah, you may feel threatened, but call the police. You know, if like that out there, walk away and walk inside. Don't instigate it. Of, you know, you better not be doing this or that. Again, that's just amping up the situation. If you just, hey, whatever, you know, don't even say anything. Just turn around and walk away.
You're right.
Is it worth putting in your heartache and that time and that effort to, you know, these kids? No, it's not worth it.
But let me ask you this. You're being very polite with us, and I feel like her and I are raising our voices with you, and we're being a little bit demanding, right? But do you see how polite you're being with us?
Yes.
And see how it goes both ways? Now, if I came up here out of uniform and you don't know who I am from Adam, and I start telling you to quiet down and listen to what I have to say, how much are you going to listen to that? Probably not very long, right?
No.
So put yourself in the position of everybody else in here. You're a dude in a plaid jacket going up and saying, you drug dealer this, you this and that, I'm sending you to jail for felonies, and my God, people are going to get pissed off, Steve.
You're right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
You're right. Can I ask you one question?
Please.
But I didn't just say that stuff out of the blue. I wasn't just trying to start stuff and say that stuff.
You legitimately probably saw that. But it's none of your business.
Yeah,
Call
I
us.
understand
It's
that.
our business.
But the flipping off, the saying F you, the saying I'm going to beat your butt, beat your ass, and then we didn't know where all these people came from.
Sure.
And
Right.
he had a trespassing yesterday, and he acted like he was going to come after us. We had to run
Trust
the
me, I'm
house.
going to take care of that.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to do here is get to the root of the problem, because we can't keep coming out here because you guys want to take issue with every neighbor.
I understand.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't want issues raining there.
But you keep taking issue with every
I've
neighbor.
talked to my probation officer today, and no, not everything is fair, but it goes both ways. And
Absolutely.
For sure.
And I'm sorry for not treating them the way I want to be treated. I was
Right,
wrong.
and that's the shitty part about life is not everybody gets to be treated the way they want to be treated. That's just how life is, you know.
And what set me off was he called me a sex offender. I am not a sex offender.
So do you know what you do when somebody sets you off? And you know you're not a sex offender, right?
No.
So do you know what you do?
Ignore him.
Bingo.
Right.
Bingo. And we're not even here anymore, right?
I'm sorry.
Because he, as much as you do, has the right to call you a sex offender. It's freedom of speech.
That's right. That's right.
And you can ignore it. He has the right to accuse you of being whatever he wants, and you have the right to ignore it.
We have a new landlord. We're leaving it. We're trying to move out in 2 weeks. And,
Yeah.
And I just want peace, and I've been
For
scared,
sure, brother.
scared of our safety, and over some of the stuff I didn't do. But you know what? That's not the point. I just need to keep my mouth shut and stay in
Give me
the
some
house.
knuckles. I appreciate you letting me be candid with you and be frank, and I appreciate it.
You're the
I'm
authority, man.
Well, only because we want to try and help you, right? We're not here to try and talk down to you, man. That's not what we're doing.
It's not. It's not that. It just felt like that. I was being
Yeah.
I guess you could say. I felt like
Targeted, probably.
Yeah, and kind of like the like everything was coming, like everything was being pointed to me, like everything was my fault.
In fairness, Steve, it was. Everybody was pointing to you, and everybody was accusing you, and everybody was saying it's your fault because you made it. You made yourself the center of attention.
I made the choice.
Yeah.
I made the
Right.
situation worse.
Yeah.
For sure. You
So
made
again,
yourself
you
the
can-
center of attention.
You can make it better by, again,
But
not engaging,
I
whether it's
understand.
face to face,
Can I
whether it's
please
on the
say
phone.
anything? It didn't start like that. I talked to my probation officer this morning. Those kids shouldn't be flipping me off saying "fuck you" and
I agree.
and call and
Yeah.
And they said that she has a beard and calling her names and stuff.
I agree.
It
Again,
hurts her
I agree.
feelings.
Yeah, it does.
But you guys are right, and I'm wrong, and I need to learn.
But hurt feelings doesn't allow.
Me to
Now,
say
here's what I
anything.
told you in the beginning, and I'll repeat it again. You have freedom of speech as well, so you can say all the same stuff just like they can say the same stuff. You also have the right to ignore it, but in order to prevent these issues, because you don't seem relaxed to me, you don't seem like you're having a good night to me, the way that I could see you fixing this problem is to stop engaging.
I just want to go eat. I'm hungry.
And that's what you should do, man. Close the blinds and don't worry about
We
it.
were trying to find a taxi, and we don't have
Do
blinds.
you guys still need to get to Walmart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to call an Uber, or what are you doing?
Well, we tried to call the Sheridan taxi and the Wild Rides, but they must be busy
Okay.
and I didn't. I'm sorry for causing problems on the block. I got my feelings and some of that stuff did hurt. 'Cause,
Again, man, I get it. That sucks to be called things that,
yeah, I'm not a
You
child
know?
predator. I love children.
again, if you know in your heart that you're not what the things that they're calling you,
should just
yeah, that
ignore
sucks. But again, you just gotta let it roll off. Me and Dan, how many terrible,
Probably more than me.
absolutely ridiculous things that him and I have ever been called just because we wear this.
And the stuff they say about our spouses, dude, they've
Yeah.
never even met them before.
Oh my God.
They say about that, the stuff they said about, family members.
So you
But
guys
again,
go through the same thing
we
we
do.
can't let that emotion get to us. We still have to, whether you come over and call me the most heinous thing, whatever, that you're going to do whatever to my husband, I still have to be respectful. I still have to treat you
But
how...
they treat me with respect or not.
Exactly. Period. I still have to walk that line, or I don't have a job anymore.
Being civil.
You understand? Does that make sense? So
Yes.
it's just one of those that
Yes.
we know how you feel when people are calling you things like that, but it's something that you just gotta let it roll off, you know?
You're right. When we're moving out and people attack
Right.
us like that, I admit I got a little scared.
Right? I get that, man.
And understandably so, man.
Yeah.
Understandably so. Now, just so you know, we're going to deal with this trespassing issue because Horsley did, in fact, trespass him, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to go deal with that. That's going to get addressed. I need to make sure that you didn't come off this porch and start yelling and screaming at people, too. I've got to talk to a few more people, make sure that did not happen.
Our porch right there, when they were cussing at us and told us to come over there and fight them, I said, you guys can't do that. I said, you guys can't talk to us like that.
Okay.
Because I already called the police last night, and I told Nicole, I said that's fucked up. That's all I said.
Okay.
Because I don't want to get in trouble. I'm on probation.
So understand, okay? If you're outside in a public arena, outside your home, and you're yelling at people, and it goes the same for them, okay? This is a mutual thing here. But if people are in a public arena yelling at one another, we got somebody who's completely unrelated to this who called and said the people who live in 107 are screaming at the other people who live out on the street right now, and everybody's yelling at each other, and I'm trying to have some peace and quiet. Here's the issue. If you guys are out yelling, and they're out yelling, and you guys are all mutually disturbing the community, everybody gets ticketed for breach of the peace, regardless or not if you're trying to defend your own position, right?
Did you?
So do you know what you could do instead?
Go
Come in the house
inside.
and then call us and say, "Hey, they're outside my house."
Well, I
being
finally did
ridiculous."
do that, but I had my phone and that Polaroid camera because my word against theirs ain't nothing. So that's why we were there. We were taking pictures to get to my.
Can I correct you on that?
Yeah.
You say your word is nothing. Did I not take the time? Did she not take the time to listen to you?
No, I mean he said, she said. Type
I
stuff.
hear you, but regardless if there's 10 people versus one, your word is just as important as theirs.
Okay.
I want you to know that.
Okay.
Which is why we're here talking to you. Okay?
And I was kind of freaked out because that lady was always nice, and then we get called out names and stuff. I'm not going to bring that up again. It's already been solved. So.
And you can see where you're taking pictures of people walking by and stuff. People are going to come up with names to call you, right?
Well, if you look at the pictures, they're blurry. All I was trying to do
doesn't
is
matter.
Well,
doesn't matter. People are
Yeah, regardless, people are going to see a phone out, you know, and just.
Well, I was trying to get the name calling in the middle finger, but
Right,
I can understand where that. But don't you think that's just a little bit too hasty? I mean,
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Let's say I'm going to talk to this independent witness. If they agree that you guys were yelling and screaming, these people are yelling and screaming, I'm going to ticket everybody for breach of the peace, since you're upset. Or I can talk to this other family and go and tell them the exact same thing because their kids can't be flipping people off and disturbing the community either, right?
I
So they
just
can't be
wanna go to
breaching the
dinner.
peace. I would much rather send you guys to dinner and let's call it a night, but I've got to talk to everybody involved before we do that, okay?
Okay.
What I would like to do here is have an educated discussion like this with everybody
Okay.
and tell everybody knock it the hell off, go home, go to bed, enjoy your nights.
Okay.
Instead of sending 15 people to court. But if nobody can come to that mutual agreement, I'm sending everybody to court.
Okay.
Does that
Well,
make sense?
I agree with it because I was in the wrong for my choice.
All right.
All right,
We'll be back shortly, okay?
Let us go talk to some others.
Okay,
If you don't mind, just hang out over here until we're done. And
Thank you.
well, thank you, and I appreciate you. I'm sorry for coming off a little strong, man. I got to get to the root
You guys
of it.
are the authorities. You guys are in charge. And sometimes when I'm upset, it's hard for me to listen. But
Right,
when I'm
yeah.
calmer, I listen. But
Right.
You want to hear something that goes against what you're saying there?
What?
You're the one in charge because we work for you, man. We're just trying to take control of the scene here. That's it, brother.
Without you guys, this world would be chaos.
I would agree with that.
Right.
I would agree with that. Is it Stephen and Nicole?
Stephen Clardy.
Stephen Clardy. Guys, we'll be right back. Okay, let's talk to everybody else. And if we can make sure everybody agrees to that little thing, we'll be back. Okay, I'll be back. Thank you, guys.
Was this one of them that called in?
I think so. And then I'm going to swing back over and talk to the kids, see what they had to say, and then I saw Gerald going down to his sister's place, so
Right.
I don't like the fact that Gerald came back over here.
I don't either.
It's not great.
No.
So I'll go talk to Macy and the kids, see what they had to say, and then I'll meet you back over here, and then I'll probably write Gerald a trespass ticket.
Yeah.
Do you have the spray?
I put it in your truck. You got Hey there, I'm Deputy Oswald, Sheriff's Office. Were you guys one of the ones who called in, or did you guys see or hear any of it? Did you guys hear or see any of the arguing
All
out here?
we did is, when we heard them hollering, when we heard him hollering,
Yeah.
we came out and he was hollering at kids.
Okay.
He was cussing them out. Just, it was ugly. And
Right.
he told them that he was going to call the cops, have them put in juvenile hall and stuff. Well, it turns out 2 of the kids were my grandchildren.
Okay.
And we just watched. I didn't want to get involved.
Right. Yeah.
You know, because...
I understand that.
Yeah, and so then my son's girlfriend, or my grandson's girlfriend,
Okay.
come down here and confronted him.
Is that Macy or
Yeah, Macy.
Oh, Macy? Okay.
And she didn't know what to do, so she came in. I said, just call the police,
Right.
don't get involved,
Right.
and then call Carol Realty tomorrow. Let
Yeah.
them know what to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, our hands are only so tied with some of these situations, you know, and that's what I like to tell people, especially who live in 5901, is just, you know, call Carol Realty. There's some avenues that they can go down too, you know, if there's enough neighbors that are having issues, you know, like they're not going to like having that in their neighborhood, you know.
Right. He's got to get out of here. He's got mental problems, big time mental problems.
And from the sounds of things, they're going to be moved out here in the next couple weeks, so hopefully this isn't something that you guys
Well, I
have,
don't know.
but I don't know if that's true or not, whether or not,
Well,
but
at the end of the summer, beginning of spring, he told me that he can't stand the winters, and he sold the house and was going to move to Texas at that time.
right.
Well, the house, they're still there, the house.
Right, they're still here.
Yeah, so I don't know. He had several cars. They don't have a car now. They don't have any money.
Right.
So I don't know.
All right. Do you mind if I get your name real fast? Or?
David Smith. Easy name.
All right, yeah, I talked with your kid then. All right, what is your date of birth, David?
11/11/48.
48. All right.
So.
All right, well, thank you so much. I appreciate your guys' time. So,
Yeah, that's all I can tell you.
Right, well, hopefully we can take care of this tonight and we don't have to be back out here. But if anything happens, don't hesitate to give us a call. Don't jump in. Like today, you didn't jump in. You're just, hey, I'm not,
Yeah, well, he had
be
a
a
confrontation
witness.
with the guy last night out
Yep.
here. So, and I don't know. He's really gone off the deep end.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't last for very long.
I'm
And,
hoping, because
right?
It's been a quiet neighborhood.
Right, exactly. You guys have had a decent neighborhood in here, we haven't had anything too crazy going on here lately. You don't want that to amp back up.
Yeah, so.
But, all right. Well, thank you, David. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh no.
Just, I'll pick it up.
Just a little bit then.
No problem.
I'll put that back up there for you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
There are no fireworks allowed in this park. It is a subdivisional issue all within its own thing. I don't know, but in our lease that we sign, it is no. There's a sign that says no fireworks.
I didn't know that was part of the subdivision
Yeah.
rules. Would you do me a solid, Rebecca? I'll meet you at the house. Could you get Jesse over there?
I will do my best.
If you
I
can.
will do my best.
And we'll come talk to him later.
I'll tell
See
him
what
that
he
I had a
wants to
very pleasant conversation with one of the sheriffs I know from the bar, and it's all gonna be okay.
do. I appreciate it.
You were the new one
Yeah.
that came out to the crazy woman a couple months ago?
Maybe. I don't know.
You guys, I know somebody brought.
There's another female out here.
Oh.
Well, because I've been on the road now about 2 years though.
Oh
so.
yeah, no, there's another. This
Yep.
is the new one.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, they all came in, and I was like, "Hi guys, what's up?"
That's how that goes.
Hello.
Like,
Just so I
around.
don't trick you into anything, Jesse going on his property, I'm writing him a ticket for trespassing.
No, and I'll tell him that.
I don't wanna
'cause-
mislead
No,
you,
I'll
so.
tell him that. He says if they don't take him to jail, they're gonna take me to jail, and I'm like,
He's
"Oh,
not going to
dear
jail.
Lord."
No.
Oh dear Lord. But we know Jesse.
Yeah.
Like I said, we all know Jesse.
Yeah, he does his own thing.
Jesse
He does his own thing.
strangled the man.
That is one thing I don't have
You
to
didn't hear me say that.
You're not the first person to say it. But he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
I can't have him violating the trespass issue when he takes issue with what they're doing. He needs to call us. So that one I do have to enforce here.
No,
but
I
as far as the
absolutely.
mutual breach of pieces, I can play around with that a little bit. So I don't want to take a hit for that either. So I think that's what we'll do. But yeah, if you can get him over to your place. You were right at the very end.
Yeah,
The
number
second one in.
73. Yep.
Okay.
Right at the very end.
Very end. Okay.
All right, we're just gonna
I'll
walk
come.
back.
I'll
here
come.
to
Thank
have
you very much, Rebecca.
You're welcome. We'll walk back here.
What do you say?
He had come out and heard him hollering at the kids, saying that, he was going to send them juvie type thing, and just,
Exactly what the report was.
yeah.
Okay.
So, go see
Jesse
Macy.
and Gerald, Jesse the same person. Went down this way. She was going to go get him, meet us up at the house there. Let's go talk to Macy's kids real quick, have the same
Right.
conversation. And
Yeah,
then
absolutely.
we'll take it. Jesse for trespass. And if everybody else is good, otherwise everybody will take it 9 people.
Right. Absolutely.
Sheridan 3-3. 3-3. Can you add Gerald Hamlin to our call? Will do.
Ten's back out at 34. Okay, David. Macy back. Macy, Melissa, right?
Melanie.
Melanie. I'm sorry about that. Are
Melanie.
the kids here too?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Want me to go get them?
Yeah, that's fine. All right, I can talk with them first, and then they can bring the kids out.
Macy, Melanie. Can you guys please come out? That back one don't work. Can you guys please come out?
Yes, babe, we're coming. Please.
Then we'll bring the kids out.
So it's kind of sounding the same all around, that it was kind of a mutual
He's a good
between the kids and
Forsyth.
him doing, yelling at the kids, whatever. One of the neighbors, granddad, so David,
Yeah.
he was saying that, he had heard him hollering at him that, send you to juvie or whatever, just
Yeah.
essentially for them, using profanities, flipping him off and whatnot. Did you talk to the kids? Did any of that
came and
corroborate,
told
say that
us.
they had,
Yeah,
that they had
came
kind of
and
amped
told
up
us.
too?
The kids weren't amped up, but
No,
Or, saying
I can't
anything to
say-
him?
I
Or,
can't vouch for that.
Right.
They can,
it's just say-so.
right. Okay.
Come out.
Hey, guys. We're all three of you up there with, we're all
Just
three of
it
you down
was
the road? Or just a couple of you? Can you guys tell me what happened?
So he said he was about to beat us up and call the cops on us when he never
First-
did anything.
Yeah.
We were heading to the park, and we saw the guy. He was just there, and then he just starts talking to us. I'm like, huh? Then he starts yelling at us. We did this, that your mom's this, and starts yelling at us.
Yeah. Did you guys ever,
When we first got there, when we just got to the park,
Yeah.
he started yelling at us.
Okay. So, was it all just yelling at you guys about your parents, or what? I guess what all was...
Like, you'll never make it through high school.
So just saying some just mean things and... Okay. Did you...
You're gonna go to juvie.
You what?
Just cussing a lot.
Okay. Did you guys ever, I guess, yell back at him, or,
A little bit.
you yelled back at
We
him?
were defending ourselves.
Right, no, and I understand that. Did you guys ever flip him off or anything?
No.
Or, no? Just kind of yelling back and forth?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said he was gonna beat us up.
He threatened this boy that he would go in the ICU. I have it on a text.
Okay. All right. Did you show that to Deputy Hills-about?
I
she was
showed
trying
him some,
to.
but he didn't get time to read it.
Right.
Yeah, because
My
the other
grandparents
day.
live across the street.
Right, yep, and I went and talked with David over there. But,
Mosquitoes.
all right. Well, you kids, you guys can go back inside. I won't keep you.
Thank you.
That, would I be able to see those texts that he had?
Yeah, for sure.
What happened? David just ran up there.
You what?
The other David.
Yeah, I guess he was just,
Mad.
He was mad.
yeah, he just went and, chatted with him for a couple minutes, and then I walked over there, then he just walked
Don't
away.
get me
so-
wrong, I was mad too, but
Right, no, and
told me to do all
the-
Of course.
this is our second issue that we've had with this neighbor in the last 24 hours.
really.
And what I can, I guess, mention to you guys, if you're having issues, don't hesitate to call Carroll Realty, because
We're going in
there's
tomorrow.
right, yeah,
For sure.
and,
Same.
yeah, and
Well,
because
my grandparents are having issues.
right, and I told them too. I told them that too. That there's certain avenues that we can only work within Wyoming state statute. So if something's not fitting, that's
Does he have
the next channel. You what?
Does he have mental?
I don't know
He can't
if there's
disclose.
prior, if he's had prior stuff, and yeah, like I said, I wouldn't be able to really disclose much. I don't know what he has in his past that would make him the way that he is, but yeah, he definitely has some,
Okay.
It surprised me a lot how they presented themselves when I first met them.
Okay.
Like, they were
he-
friendly, they were...
I have one question. Is he like willing to attack at children?
Is he what?
Like able to attack at children? Like in his mind, like would he attack a child? I know he talks a lot.
I think it's more talk. I think something like that. I think it's just more of that emotional side that he's not thinking straight, and it's just because when me and Deputy Hilsebeck were over chatting with him, like, yeah, it got amped up a little bit, but it's just like when he finally listened and like, oh yeah, I shouldn't have done that, taking ownership of his own, like, yeah, that wasn't okay to yell at the kids type thing.
Talking to you guys, adults, like, would he do that with a child?
I don't know if
can be also.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and I don't necessarily think he's.
That's just going to be us talking to Carol LT.
Right, and they'll be able to help you guys down that avenue of.
He does attack one of my children.
Well,
and I understand that.
About
I
children,
like,
we gotta just relax.
I would hope that you could, call law enforcement and we will respond accordingly. But again, when something happens with your own child, I completely understand. 100%. And I'm just telling you, like, I 100% understand where you're coming from. My kids, if something were to happen with them, you're darn right, I would be upset, and I'd hope that law enforcement got there first.
Get in the way.
So
Yeah.
So again, I completely understand your concern, your worry right there, but
I would. The way he talks to children, it's like.
Anyways, but we're going to call Carol LT tomorrow.
Right, and that's what I told David over there.
He's not gonna last long here,
right?
Because
and
it's right next to the park.
My boys went and mowed their lawn.
Right.
It was like this tall. They went and mowed their lawn willingly, and then they we just recently met them not long ago.
Right.
And I let them know that we would take them somewhere if they needed in an emergency because they don't have a vehicle and they can't drive.
Right.
So I offered to do that, and one day I was really busy, and she asked recently if we could take them to town, and I said, I am busy today, but possibly tomorrow. She freaked out. She gave me, I don't know, 6, 7 texts after that, and I was like...
Just show her the one about...
I just don't get it.
Right, yeah.
Show her the one about the kid.
Show her one about putting your kid in the ICU and stuff.
Right, okay.
And so when did this all transpire of, like the text messages back and forth? Was that today or?
Macy and I.
Within the last 2 days. Right?
Yeah.
So
just go this way.
She just told me about it, that's all, but...
Well, my kids get involved with it.
Right.
Today was not even on purpose. I told my kids to get out for 30 minutes at least.
Right.
They've been cooped up.
And I warned my children not to go by there,
No,
but
he
for some
said
reason
don't.
he was out.
But he was
waiting,
outside.
you know?
Well, and yeah, apparently they were waiting for a ride to get somewhere. We had that.
My kids go there as their grandparents.
Right. Well, and we had that conversation with him of, if somebody says some mean things to you, yeah, it may hurt your feelings, but walk away. There's, it's not freaking worth it. Because, again, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, freedom of speech, 100%. If you want to call me whatever the hell you want to call me, there's no contempt of cops, so, you can't get in trouble for it anyways. But, again, if you're in...
Hey, please.
Just stir it real quick.
I'll go.
But
oh, she's right. There's one of them that might need stirred.
But again, when you're in a public area, when somebody else is calling about this, that's when we have issues of, when we can start citing for breach of peace, because you're breaching somebody else's peace that has absolutely nothing, to do with the situation,
Yeah.
So is the light blue his, or
that's
who's this? That's you. Okay.
That's me, that's him, yeah. Buddy. Oh, buddy. You're so sweet. Yeah, you're so tired.
The color is super bright.
I didn't. So we ran down there and they were so wet, and so I screwed them all up. That was more important. I was like,
Yeah,
screw this, let's go.
When the kids came and told me, I was going down there.
Right.
But they were outside and they had Polaroids, I think, because the guy had a picture out of his mouth.
Yeah, he was saying he was trying to get photo proof of.
To get
Like,
their.
ooh, how's that much better than a phone?
Right.
I just
What, baby? What, baby?
Mom. I have an itchy owie right here.
It means it's healing. If it's itchy.
Bug bite.
Well, yeah. Never mind then. The mosquito bite, just kidding. That doesn't mean it's healing.
Yes, baby, I got it right
They're
here.
so bad out.
Oh, dang it. It locked up on me.
Oh, okay. I know, we're all
Probably
busy
doesn't matter
chatting
anyway.
away.
Right.
Not that stuff.
I know.
Other stuff.
Let's do that one and the other one, okay? It will help Mark.
It itches more.
I know.
Your mama knows what's up.
Hey,
kid.
look, there's pink stuff in there. There's
Do you
pink
want to put
spray.
an X on it? Put an X on your bug bite, remember?
Wait.
Okay, Mom, we'll do it. I know it hurts, but I promise it helps. There you go. Let's do this one.
And did you end up,
See it.
or did you guys block him at all on
Yes, I
your
blocked
And
phones?
I was between
Both
them
of
two. Like,
Right.
You when I met you. And stuff.
Yeah.
That's not
You
enough.
want more? Okay. What do you
I
say?
didn't even know there was text messages involved.
Right.
It's enough. It's just a
There
little
you go,
bit
baby.
long ways.
All done. Thanks, God.
Just sick of these
I
mosquitoes.
know. Put an X on it one more time.
That's why they come out here twice a week to spray for them.
Oh, yeah.
We need it the most. We're surrounded.
And you come out every day. It seems like
That bug spray I used up your guys' I actually numb my
I know, I did the same thing when I went over my face. I'm like, oh, crap.
I can feel my face right now. What's the matter, baby?
I'm all wet.
Why? What happened?
She's just looking for attention.
you put water on your owie
And it dripped out.
after your mama just put medicine on it.
Just a bunch of baloney, huh?
So, what I recommend, I know it's going to be a pain in the ass, but just the fact of, if he's saying shit, I understand not okay with kids, and we've already established that with them of, leave the fucking kids out of it. Don't, if they say something mean, who the fuck cares? God dang kids. I think the better avenue behind this would be if we just have more people, constantly calling Carroll Realty. This is going to be an issue that's going to take care of itself sooner than later,
Definitely tomorrow.
Right.
Talk to my grandparents. They've gone
And the grandparents.
Yeah.
They save themselves.
We gotta tell them
They're
to
retired
call.
and
Yep, and that's what I told him I told him when I just walked over there. He said that, he'd come out and he's just like, I'm not going to get involved. And I told him, I was like, well, I appreciate that. I don't want to see anybody, take matters into their own hands. And then, if somebody gets hurt when, we were on our way to come figure out this situation, that's what I would recommend. Just the next time any of this happens, it's just, easy enough having your phone out if you're walking by or whatever. And because again, him being on his own property, still it's kind of tough of him.
Yeah, I get that.
He's
He's got Polaroid pictures.
Right, and I will absolutely, I'm gonna,
certain little kids.
yeah, and
How can you do that?
right, and it's just, I'm going to talk to him about the, the messages with the ICU, because I would like him to be very specific on what he meant by that, because that's not okay. But what I would recommend, getting in contact with Carroll Realty tonight, and
Are they closed today? Are they closed?
right. Oh yeah. So like tomorrow.
We go up the mountain.
But and
I will.
right. Yeah.
I will.
Because again, you guys don't need to be dealing with this. Your grandparents, he's just like, man, it's been, real quiet around here lately. It's just like, well, yeah, and it's just like you guys, you rent, you should be able to live in peace, not right. You should not have to deal with bullshit like that, And unfortunately, you can't.
Trying to let our kids go outside for a minute.
Right, and you should not have to deal with that. Period. He is, very well aware if we have to come back out, he's not going to like what's, the consequences of this. So
there was other guys that were over there.
Right.
We appreciate it.
So
I don't want to get involved that way. So.
Right. And again, letting law enforcement handle it because again, it's not freaking worth it. You know what I mean? So
thank you. I appreciate it though.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope that you guys can have a better rest of your night.
I just went to the grandparents.
Right. Absolutely.
I was pretty heated up.
I get that.
I went straight to grandma and grandpa and was like, well, what do I do? Because I don't
Well, yeah.
So I just
anybody with a kid is going to be pissed. It's just like, that's my fucking kid. If anybody's gonna yell at him, it's gonna be me for him doing something stupid, not you for my kid freaking walking by.
I just left without my phone too.
Right.
I was like, fuck, I didn't even bring my phone.
Right.
And I said, go get my phone.
Right.
To one of the kids. But then I ran into grandparents' house and they told me, just call.
Right.
So
yeah. Absolutely.
That's the best thing.
Right, absolutely.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys have a better rest of your night, and I'll do it the other. And if there's anything else, definitely don't hesitate to give us a call. This is what we're here for. So,
we'll be
okay.
gone the rest of the weekend. So.
Well, there you go. Even better.
Camping.
Right? Heck yeah.
You have
all right.
a good night.
Absolutely. And what was Melanie's last name?
Melanie.
Just for my report, so I know who I'm.
Melanie.
Hello, Papa. How you doing?
His name's Forrest. He's the biggest baby.
It's what?
Forrest.
Forrest. Hello, Forrest. Hello.
Wedding.
He was a birthday present to me after my one child
Yeah.
passed away.
Yeah, but he's my dog. He was his present, but he's my dog.
Oh, yeah. I have one of those. I have a black lab that she was through and through my dog. She was not... I don't know what happened in her prior life.
Yeah.
But after I adopted her, she was just not a fan of guys. She did not. So there's something that had to have happened to her. And so I had rescued her, and she, the first time she met my now husband, she freaking bit him. But again, it was just, he was trying to walk into the fenced-in yard, and she's just like, I don't know you. You are not welcome, And oh my gosh, now that dog, I'm pretty sure she would take him in the divorce. Just like, fine, you come into this relationship and you ditch me.
We had a red healer and everything.
Yeah.
He was mixed and everything, but he lived to be 16 years old.
Yeah.
Well, he started getting lumps on his neck and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And we spent thousands
right.
to get them removed. Was cancerous
right.
and everything. So, pretty much we lived him, live his life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we got him and everything. Well, then the lump came back on our red healer.
No.
And they're like, well, 20,000 to get it expanded.
Within the 2 months we got him. We got 2 months
That's awesome.
with our older dog. And I feel like a lot of it rubbed off on him.
Right.
He's like one of the most docile.
So yeah, we had to let him down because
right.
20 grand after spending
that's so tough. Well, and I find it so tough, especially like you can't explain to them what's going on. It's just like, you know what, I want you to die with dignity.
Well,
it's like
50-50 chance. You're 16 years old.
Yep.
Oh,
absolutely. But
that's mine.
I'm sorry, I have to give them some dinner.
Oh, you're good. What is your date of birth, Melanie?
5/31/90.
3190?
Yep.
All right, and it's Redinger, Redinger. Okay, and it's Melony.
ANIE.
All right. If anything else happens,
thank you.
Don't hesitate to call. We will be back out. Okay?
Thank you.
Yep, you guys have a better rest of your night.
Well, I know. If you send me a screenshot so that it shows the number and the message, and then block it. And then if he does it again, screenshot the phone number and the message, and then block it. Okay. If that continues, then I'm going to have a chat with him about stalking as well.
Because you guys can investigate and find out that that's him. I know it's him. I blocked him on his number, and he did it today.
You think he's just using like different phone apps, or okay?
Like a weird number, but he's sending me fucking crazy stuff.
What are did he send you messages today?
Yes. Well, I can't say that. Sorry. May I get your name and badge number?
Deputy Oswald, 310.
Thank you. I can't say that it was or was not him.
Right.
But based on the type of what he how he talks.
Right.
And the last message is yesterday.
It matched how.
It's the same as today.
Do you happen to have that phone number? Can you show me what?
Gosh, I can. I'm gonna stop my video for you.
Okay. But no, sorry. I was just curious on that.
I'm gonna get a citation today because I don't remember the guy telling me nothing yesterday.
Well, it was when we were over on that street.
Yeah, I do remember you guys coming. I remember some of our conversations. I don't remember all of it. I was frustrated.
No, I get it, man.
Came to me today.
I understand.
So this guy took a picture of me. Never knows. Seen that guy.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You know. And so he told me this guy's taking a picture of me.
Right.
Coincidentally, I don't trust. I mean, I'm on video.
No, yeah, that's fine.
I don't trust my son's mom. My son's mom's a severe alcoholic.
Okay.
So I'm videoing her mom.
Okay.
Which I do trust. Her mom's okay.
Okay.
But I'm videoing her mom just so that she knows.
Okay.
Or so that so I can kind of investigate my shit myself.
Right.
So
I understand that. That's your right.
As I'm videoing, my son comes around the corner.
Right.
And says, "Dad, this guy
Apparently I'm going to jail too.
This guy took a picture of me." That's what he says.
So I called him a retard.
That's what he keeps telling me. You're felony charges. 7 people's watching your house.
I will have another conversation with him. But again,
let me stop this fucking video.
At what point is it no longer a the breach of peace? Like if we're all agreeing.
He's threatening 7 people's watching my fucking
what
house.
I would
I don't care if they are or not.
What I would recommend.
This is the number. Look.
No.
214-888. Look. And he's harassed me.
Okay.
This is the one I was videoing. And my son's mom, Heather. Okay.
Okay, so 214.
He's just saying dumb shit like, you wanted sex for $10. You can hold my phone.
Okay.
And read those messages, please.
Okay, yeah.
Because I don't feel comfortable with this fucking weirdo around everybody's kids.
And
as I walk down here, there's 2 other girls saying, don't.
Right.
Don't want. I'm not doing that. Anyway, but they said he just told my kids that he was going to put them in ICU.
And I'm going to go have a conversation with that because I read those messages.
Come on, bro.
What I would recommend I don't know if any of you guys have, but I would definitely reach out to Carol Realty when they have more than enough.
You're smart.
When they have more than enough complaints of, oh my gosh, the common denominator. Right? Yeah. And
I mean, I walked down to check on my grandsons.
I'm going to trial for my charges. I'm catching a charge right now.
And literally, they walk to the end of the driveway and they're like gawking and watching every step I took.
I'll give it to you.
Okay. Yeah.
So I did work for that guy at one point, and he paid me like $1,000. And he's like, oh, do you want to come? Because we used to live next door in the burnt-down trailer. And he's like, oh, you want to come by and smoke a cigarette with me? And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, no, dude, like, I'm going to go home. I've had a long day at work and a long night. Me and
I get that, man.
Fighting. And he freaks out and threatens to shoot me and freaks out like, oh, you don't fucking like me, blah, blah, blah. Like, everybody just wants to get along with their neighbor.
Right.
So, like, I'm like, okay, dude, like, I'm sorry.
You don't get to pick your neighbor, but at the same time, if you're going out of your way.
I'm a father. I've been for a long time. I'll do anything for my son.
Right.
And for him to know that, and like I said, thank you for telling me somebody took a picture.
My girlfriend and saying
that his wife is almost 8 years old, and I've been fucking single for almost 6 years.
Yeah.
You know, and it's my job to. He knows that he's safe.
Right. I get that, man.
I fucking don't like that.
They bring
Right.
Not
all
that
of
I'm,
our
going to do
That
anything,
lawn
but
chair.
it's,
and sit them in
Right.
the driveway.
I know he had
Take you to
cameras.
jail, do what you need
It
to.
got to the point that I had to call the cops. He had cameras. He had cameras.
Yeah, we know. We're gonna go see if we can find them as well. We're not just gonna let
You're getting your money's worth tonight.
We are.
the 4th of July is Independence Day.
It's not the 4th, Jesse.
Yeah, you had
Yeah, but
cameras
people's birthdays
inside
aren't the
our-
whole week either.
Inside our house.
It's my birthday week.
My birthday month, motherfucker. It's them coming out in the driveway and just walking with this.
Right.
That's very concerning.
Are they pedophiles that have never been caught? Are they pedophiles that, obviously would know?
No, the guys are registered.
A registered sex offender?
Well, that's something that you can look online.
Well, I mean, what happens if they don't?
No, I've got.
He's a felon
if
because he
they
held his
don't-
wife at gunpoint.
When
Held a gun to her head and threatened to kill her.
If they don't register, then that is an actual warrant that they'll get out. But you would actually see online because before they get released, they have to be registered.
I was in charge of the sexual offender registry. So, yeah, I do know that. But, sometimes.
These situations
Right.
here, though,
Yeah, absolutely. And
Kind of freaks me out the way they sit right
taking off.
Gone in the
there.
second.
Right. Yeah, and I get that.
I work at 5:45 a.m. My grandma lives up there.
So I'm not allowed to video on my phone, but I'm allowed to video on your phone as long as I don't.
4 a.m. They're staring at
everything
you
I'm saying. It's
wide-eyed.
peaceful right now. There's not
Right.
I
And they're
definitely
staring at the park like the kids.
evidence. My evidence.
Wait, so
Right.
he can't
Yeah.
like go in front of their house and stop?
Not now because I'm facing. Now he's basically like my. What do you call it when you're?
Okay, I get being a vigilante, but
I can tell you what row that's
No, like me and you got into trouble together.
The first row.
Now
coming
we're
from
not
the first
going
row
to be
down
in
there.
cell together because it's conflict. Oh, I see. But he's my.
yes, I said I just got my fingerprints back and cleared and stuff.
Right.
I am not gonna mess up my
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
livelihood.
And what I would what I would recommend is just getting in contact with Carroll Realty when they have more than enough freaking people that are complaining about this. Well, I would hope that they'll do something, I mean,
I just thought it was weird anyway.
Right.
All this was going on because, like I said, I don't know.
Dude, I called my 4-year-old.
If I don't have to come out of my house except to go to work and go, I don't.
right. Well, yeah. And
I have too much invested in it.
right, absolutely,
Stuck living in the unfortunate place.
right.
Only because I'm $60,000 in debt by the time I have my degree done.
Right? Oh my God.
I'm not done. I don't have time to money to buy a house.
Right.
Yeah, so I just got a job working at a youth home. So I'm not going to ruin my.
Right, no. It's not worth it for somebody that, that they're not worth it, period.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
thought
just weird
about
when
getting
like
my
you walk
master's.
with your nephews and you're walking down and they walk to the end of their driveway.
Mad because his old lady has a kid.
Yeah, you kind of want to grab them and be like, okay.
That's what they
I
do.
understand
like,
that.
They're in their. They'll be on their porch, but as soon as they see you start walking by, they'll come to the sidewalk.
Right.
Just to watch you.
Right.
That's what. We used to live right there.
Oh, okay.
When the kids were little, obviously that fence is from us. There's a reason that fence.
Right? Yeah, I get that.
And when we moved to North Dakota, we
Yeah.
Even then, if you look at our house, we still have a huge fence, and we're all grown.
I was hoping never to have to come back here, but
I get that.
Out to this one.
so my dad's up there and my other daughter's there.
You guys drive past my
And then
house.
my grandkids are in here.
Right.
So that's kind of another reason I'm back, just to kind of keep.
Right.
I wish they would.
We got eaten alive last night, and then out at the Powderhorn, I was out chasing a bear last week.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, it was actually kind of cool. I got within like 15 feet of it. It was
And he's supposed to.
It was the cutest little bear. But yeah, they were just trying to get it darted so that, they could just let him back out because he wasn't that old, so. Yeah, and I'm sure he just followed the waterways in,
I was like, I know, as I said, she's making me nervous.
We're in park.
Yeah.
No, we
And
make
I
sure
still,
we're in
I'm in park and I still have it so I don't drift. I got my foot on the brake and park. Yeah, that's what I said, just in case I'm not pulling my foot off the brake.
Exactly.
The only one at the office. Give me a holler. Okay. You know how to find me.
I will.
We're gonna go finish talking to him.
Oh, trust me, we can be nuisances.
Right.
Y'all take a bow. Have a good night.
Yes, you
Enjoy your dinner.
Right. We'll try to not be back out here.
Thanks, guys.
Sounds like a good night for you.
Netflix.
Right.
Gotta love these sounds.
Oh, yeah.
See, I
Now
like
people are
seeing you
calling
on these
in,
terms
pissed off
because
about
it's
the
not
fireworks.
me.
That is
It
true.
always helps,
That's
doesn't
fair.
Yeah, like Matthew, I like that. And I was all like, it's not me. And he goes,
We're
"Too
good,
soon."
bud.
He's like, too soon. Too soon. Starts laughing.
I was surprised to see you two standing next to each other the other day.
Oh, yeah.
That's good though. Take care of that little one. See you guys.
I do want to talk to him about the text message that he sent that he said, essentially putting her kid in ICU. That's,
Did you read that?
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing Nick just said is that he's in his trailer minding his own business. He comes out again while we're here.
Right.
Flips him off. And, you're going to jail. You shouldn't be here. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I'm probably just going to write him a damn ticket because he's still doing it while we're
Right. It's like, what? They're good. They're with leaving them alone, blocking them, that, get in contact with Carol
Do
Realty.
you think it meets the telephonic threats? Because he sent it to mom, not that specific person. I don't think it meets the statute.
I don't think it meets the statute.
And he didn't
Yeah.
do it anonymously either.
Yeah, I don't.
Thanks for hanging out,
I don't
guys.
think
We've
that'll
been
meet
trying
it.
to get this figured out. Did you just flip the guy off that was in this trailer and tell him he's going to jail?
No. They were cussing at us, calling us a bitch.
Well, he was out on the street. You heard me yell, right? To get him away from here.
Yeah, he came. They were right there.
But
they know us.
Did you say anything to him while he was in that trailer?
No. Actually, I said, "Why are you even here?"
Okay.
Okay.
That's why I said.
What did we just get done talking about?
No. They were like cussing us out. Big
Oh, I
time.
gotcha. Okay.
Big time. Because we know their mom. Because her mom works at the Pampered Pets place.
Okay.
We know them personally. Like when we first got here, we used to be friends.
So you're saying he comes in this trailer and starts cussing you out?
Yeah, they were. The place is burnt down. They were right there. They were calling us a bitch.
Well, we seen him walk by, and he goes, "Who is that?" And I said, "It's Nick." And he goes, "Oh, that's Nick." And then he says, "Hi, retard."
And then he called me a sex offender. I'm not a sex offender, so I'm not letting it bother me anymore.
Okay, and so you were texting. Were you texting Melanie earlier this week, Redinger?
That was way earlier, and she said that
Way earlier?
She said I was being inappropriate. What happened is that I had my phone, and he wanted to listen to Post Malone and some rap music.
Yeah.
And then so I let him listen to it, and then he said, I'm not supposed to be listening to this because it has cuss words and I go to church. So I apologized to his mom, and I said I didn't know he wasn't supposed to be listening to that because he said it was okay. And then all of a sudden she said he listens to Eminem, so I don't know why it even happened. I've been confused with everything.
So in that text thread, I'd seen that you were talking to her about her kid and that putting him into ICU. What did that? What contact?
ICU because he said that he was going to tell his dad, and his dad was going to come with a firearm and do all this stuff, and I was trying to ignore it.
So then you said that you were going to put the kid in ICU because of
No, not
this.
the kid. No, I didn't say him. No.
So were you were referencing dad, that you were going to put dad in ICU then?
No, if he shot me, I didn't know what I would have done. I've never had anybody threaten to shoot me.
Okay, again, reading the messages that I got from there. If you have your side of the messages, I have no issue looking at yours to see if they match up with hers.
I had to delete all the messages because these messages been going back and forth and back and forth. I promise.
With that being said,
all these people been coming.
Hold on. With that being said,
I'm sorry.
If you're going to threaten somebody,
I didn't threaten.
Again, but I can't see your messages. I can't see it from your side. All I can see from hers. So I'm not saying that anybody's getting hit with a ticket right now. What I'm saying is, if you make threats to somebody, you can get a telephonic threat, potentially citation for that. Okay?
I could get killed too because these people want to hurt me. All these people coming out of the woodworks.
But again, Stephen, we talked about with you texting people, it kind of seems to amp up that you're amping up the situation.
I understand. This text didn't start with me.
Okay, but again, it's out there though.
It feels like
it is out there.
It feels like this text is all being part of me. No, I apologize like a man. She heard it and she knows it too, and then all of a sudden, I didn't even know where they came from. Everybody's coming out of the woodworks.
Okay, well,
so we don't get you in circles. Is it clear you're not going to text anybody anymore?
No.
You're done texting people?
I'll change my number and won't text anybody anymore.
Can you affirm for me that you're not going to message anybody anymore?
No, I'll change
You're not going to message anybody on any other texting apps that changes your number.
What? I only have one number.
And I'm just saying, because there's certain things too where people can change their numbers, like if they're trying to harass somebody.
That's a waste of time.
And again, what I'm saying though, that people do that though.
Confirm her. You're not going to.
You're not going to do that.
I'll change my number and I will only give her and my dad my contact.
You understand messaging somebody and saying I'm going to put you in the ICU could constitute Wyoming statute telephonic threats? Does that make sense?
Yes, that's a terroristic threat.
It's telephonic threat, not terroristic.
Well, I would never do it.
Okay, well, just stop.
I'm scared.
Please listen. Please listen.
I'm scared.
Please listen. You're not going to message anybody anymore.
No.
You're not going to come outside and yell at anybody anymore.
No.
It's none of your business if people are in this trailer, right?
No.
No, stop. Are you saying no? You disagree with me?
No, I do agree with you, but they're threatening me. They're cussing at me, and everybody's coming against me.
It's going to stop. We've talked to everybody. Okay, so long as you don't reach out to anybody anymore, it's going to stop.
As long as you're not going to do it, then they're not going to do it. And if they're doing it, well, again, call us and we will respond accordingly. If you have something going on, you know, that somebody's coming at you, whatever, that's the easiest thing, to get your phone out and, you know, just start hitting record, you know.
That's what we've been doing today. We both pressed record and took pictures. I talked to my probation officer today of exactly what was going on too. I've been doing everything that I can, but with by my own power.
The best thing you can do is refrain from messaging people. And then if people are out here causing problems and you're going to start videotaping people, especially kids, people are going to get pissed off. You have the right to do that. Here's how we can resolve all of this, okay?
Okay.
Here's your warning for telephonic threats.
Okay.
Okay? No more of that. Or we're going to write a ticket every single time we come back out, okay?
Okay.
3 different neighbors called in and said you were absolutely the one who was out of line. You were the one who was yelling. Stop, I'm just talking. You were the one who was out of line. You were the one who was yelling. You were the one disturbing the community. You were the one waking people up in their homes. Here's your warning for... Listen to me. Here's your warning for breach of the peace. You are not to be yelling at people anymore. You are not to be screaming at people anymore. You're not to leave your home and confront anybody anymore. Or I'm going to ticket you or take you to jail. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, stop. I'm not done yet. The gentleman who trespassed on your property, I need to take a picture off your phone to show that he was on your property. Okay. So if you could pull that up, I need that picture.
Yes, sir.
He's been ticketed for criminal trespassing. He's got a court date coming up in 10 days. Okay?
Okay.
You are not to talk to anybody anymore, initiate stuff. You are not neighborhood police. You are not any of this stuff. Just stay in your home and enjoy your meals, man, okay?
None of that, man. I know I'm a piece of shit.
You're not.
We're not saying you're a piece of shit at all. What we're saying is, it seems, especially in the last 2 days, with everything that has transpired, just turn around and walk away. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. Don't freaking be flipping people off. Don't be yelling at them. Just let it go.
And it is only happening because you're doing that.
Okay,
100%.
Yes, I accept.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, can we get that photo real fast?
Yes, I'm not going to argue with you.
Thanks, Steve.
Can I tell you something, please? Can I ask a question?
Please.
They were just in here cussing, calling me a bitch.
And you're doing it back. I'm not. Everybody's. Remember, I said earlier, we're getting the mutual warnings.
And it feels like all this is being put on me. Like
you're not getting a ticket, are you?
No.
So what's being put on you, except for knowledge?
Everybody's blaming me.
It's still one of those of, you just let it roll off your back. Who the hell cares? If they think this of you, well, you know it's not true.
You guys are right.
Who the fuck cares?
The only thing we've given you tonight is knowledge. Please use it.
I will.
That's all we're doing.
I will, sir. And I'm sorry.
Can she take a picture of that?
Yes.
Thanks, brother.
I'm just a little scared. I'll go in and watch TV, and I won't come out.
Where are you working at now?
Huh?
Where are you working at?
Oh, nowhere. Right
I'll go in and watch my.
Restaurant not too long ago.
I'll go in and watch my movies and my own
the Rock
business.
Stop Subway for
That's what it was.
a long time.
I knew you were familiar. I couldn't place it.
Yeah, and then they closed down.
I couldn't place where I
Then they
recognized
went to
you from.
Walmart Subway.
And then you're not there.
No.
Oh, by the way, you missed something. I'm sorry, I had to record this one. Listen.
Did she get the picture yet?
He's
on drugs.
Oh, I think that's when
That's a
they
threat.
told
You just
him
threatened us. I haven't recorded.
to go away.
Is that when they were in the trailer?
Yeah, while you guys were over there.
When he came out on the street, I saw that. And
Okay,
did you
good.
hear me yell at him down the road?
Yeah,
I heard something.
did.
That was me. I watched it happen.
Thank God you guys are here. Okay, now here. You need... this one's clear, and I don't know. I tried to
I
get...
was taking that picture, so if this happens again, I don't want you talking to him. I don't want you confronting
I'll stay
him.
inside.
Call me, and then I'm going to address stalking.
Can you give me
Does that
the
make sense?
card?
I don't actually have any on me. Can you remember Deputy Dan?
Yeah.
I'm the only one.
Yeah.
Call Deputy Dan.
I talked to
But
my-
any deputy, it doesn't matter.
I
If
talked to
he's
my
out front of the house
probation
doing this
officer
stuff,
today.
call us because he's going to start getting ticketed for stalking. Does that make sense?
Yes, I talked to my probation officer today. I'm trying the best I can.
Who's your probation officer?
Jessica Slack.
Good deal. Okay.
She knows what I'm trying.
Yeah.
Feels like, but my anxiety tells me that everybody's coming against me.
And it's probably just because you're stressed out right now, so
Yeah.
please don't take
There you
offense
go.
to this, but do you take medication?
Yes, I
Or are
do.
you diagnosed with anything?
Yes, I'm diagnosed with I take Velar for schizophrenia, and I take
Okay.
anxiety medicine. I'm on 5 blood pressure medicine.
How long have you been schizophrenic?
Since 2012.
Okay.
And I'm doing my best. I've been
How
treated.
old are you when you got diagnosed?
23.
Okay. Do you feel like that's playing a factor in any of this?
Oh, well, some of it, but their harsh tone and what
Okay.
they're saying to me, it scares the crap out of me.
Do you know what type of schizophrenia you have? Are you paranoid more than anything?
No,
or-
it's borderline schizophrenic.
Okay.
It's like schizoaffective.
Okay.
So I always think people are mad at me.
Okay.
But what I've been hearing, it's been completely unfair.
Okay.
Like, especially those two in there, they were calling me a DI.
Yeah.
We used to be friends with their mom, and they asked us when we moved, we sold our house. They asked us for $10,000 so they can pay the IRS
Okay.
and stuff. And she called me a bitch. He called me a sex
Yeah.
offender. I'm not
Would
a
you-
sex offender.
And thank you for being honest with me on that, because I feel like there might be an underlying issue here. Would you take my word for it, having only known me for 25 minutes, in saying that your schizophrenia, I don't want to say it loud, but it might be playing a factor in how offended you're feeling from
Yes,
people
anxiety,
and you
for
reaching
sure.
out to people and stuff?
Anxiety, for
Keep
sure.
that in mind, because when you're thinking about texting somebody, you're thinking like, hey, they're doing... Just remember, okay, wait,
Like they're
that
plotting
deputy...
against me.
Right, and
Yeah,
just remember,
just take a
that
break
deputy said,
and-
take a deep breath.
You know?
It might just be my schizophrenia flaring me up.
Right.
Take a deep breath, calm down.
Okay.
And then whatever. What do you do to calm yourself down with it when you have a flare up?
I listen to relaxing music.
Go do that.
And I watch movies.
Hey.
And I eat because
do that. Yeah.
in my nutrients, and I know some of it's my
Okay.
fault, but I
You
get
take medication right now for it?
yes.
Okay.
And some people, because tonight after everything's conspired, it started with 3 people, and now like they came out everywhere, and
Yeah.
it started to scare me.
Do you feel like you've gotten good service here tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys have been more understanding,
Awesome.
and I'm not perfect. I just get scared.
No, we're not. None
Nobody
of us
is,
are.
brother. Nobody
But
is.
again, with what we've talked about tonight, with all the avenues that we've told you about to go down instead of engaging, know that now that this is not going to be something that we're going to take lightly the next time we have to come out here. If we see these messages that are happening, this and that, we're going to start citing.
Okay.
And there's going to be an
I
absolutely
won't engage you.
0%.
We just have 0 options anymore.
Yeah.
I will stay inside, and if I have
Good.
a question, right here, am I allowed to put like a little tiny camera just recording?
You can record
Yeah.
your own property.
Yeah, you
Okay, that's
absolutely
all I need.
can.
One camera's all I need.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just to
It's on
protect
your property.
myself.
Absolutely.
You can,
You can put up 10 cameras
Yeah.
as long as it's your own property.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right.
If you have any questions, Deputy Dan, don't hesitate to
I
call.
have one more question. They broke my table. They destroyed my front thing. It wasn't
When
like
did
that.
this happen?
When he trespassed, he took it. He broke our table and he flipped over the thing.
Okay.
That was my white table.
That was when he was over here earlier on your picture?
Yeah, trying to, yeah.
Is it totally broken or is it just folded in half? You mind checking?
Yeah, I don't.
Looks just folded, but
Okay, it's not broken, it's just folded. Yeah, it just folded.
Yeah, it
so
just
it's not
folded.
broken. Have you figured out a ride for dinner? Have you figured out a ride for dinner yet?
The thing is, the Western Union closes at 9. It's already 9:01, so I can't spend it.
Okay.
I'm supposed to get my money that my dad sent me and
Oh, I
my
gotcha.
dinner, and I think Western Union closes at 9. Western closes.
I gotcha. Gosh, you would know Walmart better than us. Do they have anything open, or they are Western Union?
They have Western Union in
But
there,
they
and they
close
close
at
at 9.
I don't know of any others.
I don't know about.
I don't think they have that.
I don't know about Walgreens.
Call them and ask.
They have a kiosk.
Yeah, call them and ask. They might.
If there's Walgreens, I don't know what time theirs closed.
Steve, we've been very patient for the last 2 days. Please do us a solid and please do what we're asking.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
man?
I will stay
Please.
in the house.
I appreciate
I'll
it.
put a camera up here. I won't cause any trouble.
No more
Good.
messaging.
No, I'm changing my number.
Sounds good, brother. Thank you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. Have a good night, sir. Cool, thank you.
All right, thank
You
you.
need anything else, I'll order, okay?
All right, thank you.
Yep.